Shalom, Israel. I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica. I.S.U.P.K. began on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I.S.U.P.K. began in 1969, the year that the truth came out, the true Israelite. I.S.U.P.K. today is run under commanding General YAHANNA, the only man given the rank and authority to lead Israel at this time. Want to say Yahweh Basham Yahweh Barakatah to my brothers. Yahweh Shamar Ilatan Basham Yahweh. Sorry. Yeah. Yahweh Shamar Ilatan Basham Yahweh to my sisters. Alright. Want to milk up some people now. Young men in our midst. Milk scriptures we're dealing with. First one. The true Israelites. Who are the true Israelites? Trooper and young men, who are the true Israelites? Who are the true Israelite trooper? Come again? All right. Now, how you prove that biblical? Scripture. Supporting scriptures for that. And that is supporting scriptures, young man. Tell me, don't tell me. Which one is that? Volume with voice. No, when we talk about who are the true Israelites, where in the Bible we normally go? Deuteronomy what? Deuteronomy 28. Right? All right. Deuteronomy 27 and 1. Let's begin there. Hold on. Find it true.
Deuteronomy 27, verse 1. Deuteronomy chapter 27, verse 1. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
All right. How would you break down that? One the young man and the trooper. That don't mean they don't fall asleep away now, They have eye cheers, so you fall asleep. They have a long way to the ground. So don't fall. Yeah. And Moses with the elders. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people. Come on, break down that.
Moses instructed.
Come on, listen to what is here. Moses with who?
The elders
Of
Israel commanded people.
right. So Moses and what I call the old people.
Moses and the
Old people in Israel at the time. The Israelite nation in the wilderness. Commanded the people. Okay. This is the commanding you. He said this is what you are commanded to do. All right, read on now.
Keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
All right, which I command you this day. Read on that part.
Answer, breaking down, sir, you give it in your own farm, sir.
Explain what it means. I'm not going to tell you, yes, say your own farm, because your own farm, your own words might not be fit for airplay, I don't know. But I will tell you to explain it.
All right. Yes, sir.
You want to take a shot?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, need to live up to the commandments. Live up to the statutes.
Keep all the commandments. What does that mean?
Live up to the commandments. It means, sir, Moses basically are telling the children of Israel, not the elders, the children of Israel. Speaking to the children of Israel.
Volume.
Speaking to the children of Israel, telling them to keep the commandments.
This time? Check the volume. You know, check the volume.
Not sure, sir.
One number at a time.
No. 11.
So they are 32. 32. So Moses commanded the children of Israel, saying, keep all the commandments. That's simple. That means follow what we are telling you to do. The commandments that are set before you, you are to do them. All right, Deuteronomy. Huh? So who was he commanding to keep the commandments? Was it the entire world?
No, sir.
Was it the Edomites who we call the white man today?
No, sir.
Was it the Moabites who they call the Chinese?
No,
was it the Hamites who they call the Africans? Was it the Ammonites who we call the Japanese?
No, sir.
Was it the Ishmaelites who we call the Arabs? Was it the what's the other word? Who else? Who only Elamites? Was it the Elamites who we today call the Indians? It was who?
The children of Israel.
All right, the children of Israel. But who is telling you that the law is done away with?
Christian church.
The other nation. The Israelites who don't know they are Israelites and telling you that the laws are done away with. You know. They learn it from the other nation. They didn't get that from any prophet of Israel. Because Christ didn't preach that. So it is still in effect to a point, just that we are not in the land, so you don't, many of it is not executed. For instance, the punishment of the law. Christ abolished that. That's what Christ abolished, not the law. Christ abolished the workings of the law. meaning the punishment that you would get. For instance, you go sleep with a brother woman, you know, that's death, you know, that's death sentence, you know. Today, what constitutes death sentence? Only murder. Only murder. And then that murder would have to be first degree murder. So you see, we had stricter laws for people. You're going to sleep with the brother's wife, that's what? Adultery. And that's a crime punishable by death. No joke thing. Not a joke. Yeah. Most I don't play them. What else was punishable by death? Still murder. Murder was punishable by death. No. Homosexuality was punishable by death. What else? Murder, adultery, homosexuality. I think bestiality too. Yeah, because if a man lied with a beast, an animal, as he would lie with a woman, both the animal and the man should be put to death. Yeah. And today, they even have video channels with it. I think bestiality. Yeah. And fetish with sleeping with the neighbor's wife. Yeah, sin is rampant today. But if the church, who is in control of the Western Empire, tells you that the laws are done away with, what else you expect? That's what is going to happen. Sin get rampant. So the church can't blame anybody but itself. They are the ones who cause it, who cause sin to be as rampant as it is in the world today. Yeah, we're the ones who went over there and said the laws are done away with. So, Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
Deuteronomy.
What will you stick up in? We finished all of 27 and 1.
Concern Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations, above all nations of the earth.
All right. So, and it shall come to pass. Oh, come on. Meaning?
It's gonna, yes, it's gonna happen.
Right. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass. Meaning, say, it's going to happen. Continue. If thou shalt hearken, not hearken, hearken diligently. Continue. Or diligent.
The voice of the Lord thy God.
Come on. Read on that part.
Listen to.
All right.
Listen to the voice of God. Thou shalt.
All right. Hearken has to do with the ancient Old English for listening. But give me the other one now. Diligently.
Listen attentively. Attentively to the voice of God. Humbly, obediently, sir.
Or diligently. Yeah.
Here.
Discipline.
Obedience.
Try the Bible dictionary of diligent is in it. D-I. E-I-L-I. And Gent. G-E-N. Diligent not there. Diligent means so with care, what else? Obedience. All right. Huh? Conscientiousness. All right. So listening, it means to listen with care, with listen carefully, hearken diligently, carefully. What else it give you? Humbly. Where you get humbly from? Where you get humbly from? No, what you look for it? Google. We're not asking you for wine and bread, man. Proof. Lean not unto thy own understanding. Isn't that in the Bible? Isn't in the Bible? Lean not on your own understanding. So you look it up. Don't tell me what you think it means. All right. So you're going to listen with care. So listen diligently with care, basically, unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which who is the I? Moses. That's why they call it Moses' law. But it's really the Creator's law, God's law. But Moses was the one. If he was to give you some law today, how would you get it? No, I'm talking from the Most High. If Israel was to get some laws today, like back in that time he used Moses, if he was to give you that today, how would you get it? The prophets from a prophet of the Most High, which would be who? Okay. All right, that means you're doing that homework. Course, if you were supposed to get any law to their change, that will come through commanding generally. Anna. The Most I only use one prophet, regardless of what Christians or any other religion I would want to say. But the Lord speak to us too. Or somebody just jump up in our church and say, but the Lord say this, or the Lord say that. Awesome. The Most I use one prophet. At all times. All right, so to observe and to do, meaning what? Hold on. To keep the practice. Just like how every year Christians observe Christmas, Easter, what else? New Year's, and they bring Thanksgiving in the church too, especially in America. So then, and some church now observing February 14th. Yeah, what's that? Valentine's Day. Some churches observing Valentine's Day. Now, so when the Most High here said now to observe and to do all His commandments. So you have the high holy days in our laws. So you would do those. You're supposed to do those. What else? What the law says about how you, when you sin, or you seek remittance for your sins, you observe those. So that's why it says diligently, because there's a lot of laws, A lot of laws. And you have to know them. As an Israelite, it's your duty to know them. Why? All right. And guess what? Were you and I there when Moses was talking? No. But we have to observe them. Why? The Most High chose our forefathers, and the covenant speak towards our forefathers, children and children in perpetuity, meaning continue until eternity. The only time it's become null and void is when at which point? If all of us should die out, all the Israelites should die out. Well, that is what your enemies are trying to do. They're trying to kill you off. But at the same time, they're trying to kill you off, kill you out. They are hoping that they will have the peace of the other nations when they kill you out. Or when they eradicate you. So to observe and to do all His commandments, which I, Moses, command thee this day, that the Lord, now this is the interesting part, that the Lord, Yahweh, well it says Lord thy God in the Bible, will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. What does that part mean?
That means if you keep the laws, you would be ruling God. Israel would be
Volume on the voice, volume on the voice.
so it means that Israel would be ruling God. If you keep the Most High commandments.
Right. Now, if you have, most black men have a lot of children. If you have 20 children, can the 20 children rule over your estate? You're a wealthy man with 20 children. Could you really put the 20 children in charge of your estate?
So probably what one would have to be in charge.
So the answer is no. Is one have to be in charge. Now the Bible gives you a breakdown as to which of that child should be the rule, the leader. Which one is it? The firstborn. And it's not the firstborn as in firstborn has to do with what? Male. So if the first child is a female, that's not the firstborn. The first son you have, that's your firstborn. That's how the Bible operates. So you should leave your your estate to your eldest male child. And that is in our laws. That eliminates confusion. What happens today? When a person wealthy and dies without leaving one person in charge of the estate, what normally happens? Exactly, everybody come and want peace. But if we were following our laws tell you that is the eldest son. And if that eldest son is incapable, then it falls to the other son. Right. And that was law. So, say that to say this. You hear everybody say, but I've got to pick every nation. So how if you choose one over everybody else? Then the 20 picking here have no for you. So how if you choose one over everybody else? It's to avoid confusion in terms of your estate. Yeah, what's that? All right. So if the most I choose, the most I have all nation is this. What is that? Giving what's the most as estate? The earth. But you're not leaving the entire nations to govern the estate. And if it leave it up to grab, you see what happened with the white man. Him subdue and try kill off everybody else.
Outside coming and steal the estate from the house.
Right. So if the most I choose one nation and say, all right, I'm giving my estate, putting my estate in the hands of this nation. Who are you to say that's not so? And the most I can't do that. Who made it? If I make a car and I choose it to give to a stranger and not none of my children, it's my right. So why does these other nations try to tell you that, try to take away your heritage and tell you that, no, the most I can, and at the same time, you know, the nations that are telling you that is not so, they want to rule it. But the father of all nations already choose one. End of argument. That is setting up rank. In UPK, we deal with rank and order. It solves all the problem. Well, not all, but it solves 90% of the problem. So in other words, now, when the Israelite nation rule in the world, that's like the seat of the United Nations, don't? And there is some issue in the world. Who would have the final talk? Exactly. So in other words, this is to establish where the buck stops. So the buck stops with Israel when it comes to world affairs. But that is only when you rule in the world. Where does the buck stop today? With the white man. Right? Who is the government in the United Nations? So where the United Nations is, you know, that's what Israel should be. We are the ones who should be ruling there. But why aren't we the ones ruling there? Because we're tough-headed, love sleep with our brother woman, love take away with neighbor things, love kill our brothers. Everything that they command and say we shouldn't do. We love listen to the other nations, we love marry their daughters. and give our daughters to their rich sons, and love to believe that they are being rich and prosperous because of the gods that they serve, when they're only rich and prosperous because they have your inventions, your inventions, your free labor, basically, and your inventions, your patronage, and your blessing. Because the blessing is always flow towards you. Just that the other nation find a way to take it away from you.
Directly here.
Hmm?
To let them be there to capture it when it comes for you.
That's how the Most High punish you. So, you know, you're not listening to what I say. You know. Since as I did already make a covenant and say that I will always watch over you. Yes, I'm not going to change that. It's just that I'll be watching over you for evil rather than good. But I'm still watching over you. So that evil that comes to you, the good blessing is still flowing, but it's going to your enemy. So enrich your enemy over you. Just to punish you. Because what? You make the Most High cry. You make the Most High. There's no law against cursing bad word. So trust me, you must make the Most High curse. So look at the things that happen in the wilderness. I can see the Most High cursing some clout. Even when look at the good things you do and then they turn around and cuss him for food.
Yeah.
And bill another God and tell him, say, is this either lead me out of this land? It's not you. You know, what your wife do that. What you feel like? That's what called abuse. That's what causes abuse in relationship, ain't it? Yeah, man. Then it is no different. We go through some abuse too. We do that to the Most High, so you abuse me. Send your backside, make you go make the other nation beat you. Because what? If he beat you himself, you know, we would all perish. We couldn't take it. Then just set. And just set and just set another nation or other nations to do the job for him. That is the punishment. Then put us under 400 years of that. So when him say, to do all his commandments, he command you this day that the Lord God will set thee on high. That's a promise that holds fast. It's just that when you disobey, him flip it. That's all. He flip it up. And the Most High, there's no favoritism. What the Bible says, God is not a respecter of what? Of persons, right? Of man. Meaning, why? Because I choose as my chosen people and you go wrong, I'm not going to punish you.
But now we are facing worse punishment, sir.
Well, then you know, if you opinion hotter than other people. No, if when I with few people, you're children, you know. What's anybody better job? Or they're gonna beat other people's children, they say, hold on there. What? No, you beat your child harder than other people's children. And many times what you do, you just talk to the other person and say, listen to me. And then my look and say, boy, if you beat few picnics up, what would I do with me? But these nations not seeing that. Because if he beat we who him love, so what you think you're going to do with them?
When they disappear.
Fair. They're not disobey. Their punishment is for one reason. Yes. The things that they do to you that they were not supposed to do. The Most High give them certain leverage in punishing us. They do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times what the Most High says. if they just do what the Most High say. The Most High like, we have them much, you know. Look at the Japhetite. Of all the nations, they did the least, you know. I want to check the punishments, you know. They have the least to receive. The white man have the most. He did the most. The white man even want to punish you when God don't say it. Like in the time of Judith, in the time of Esther, and many other times. They all in the wilderness, they always want to punish us. So the one who do the least, they will receive the least. But the one who do the most, his punishment is so much. You ever hear when some hurricanes, they say, all right, category 5 is the highest we know of, and the band for the wind is at from a low of such miles per hour to a high of such miles per hour. And then you have some hurricane that come and they push over the maximum wind that they give for a category 5. You would say, well, this gone in category 6, but there's no category 6. So it gone off the scale. Well, that's the white man's punishment. His punishment is so great that he won't be able to sustain it. You don't have to believe me, go and read the book of Obadiah and Revelation. Mm-hmm. I'm afraid that you want to say that.
No, when looking into the scriptures.
Right.
When we look into the scriptures, we see that God is honest towards his people. If you're wrong, you give a punishment. If you're right,
give you the reward. All right, let's touch verse 2. Read verse 2.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord, hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
And all these blessings shall what?
Come on thee.
Come on, explain that. Simple as it says.
Yes, sir.
All these blessings that they are going to list.
Yes, sir. Come on.
So once you listen and follow the laws of the Most High, guess what? Even when you don't want to prosper, prosperity will follow you. Is it like how we are run from destruction and that follow back away? Prosperity run you down the same way when you follow the laws of the Most High. That is his promise to us. The man, I will make prosperity run you down. See there? All these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee. Just like how when a man run you down with a machine and him run you down till him catch up with you. And say, so that's how my blessing will be on you. My blessing just come and enfold you. Look at our patriarch, Jacob. Look at the blessing he got. And Laban, or the Most High, blessed in the works of his hand. And you realize, even though we are in captivity, the Most High, the blessing is still flowing. Look at the inventions that are being made. I was reading something the other day about a young black man in America, young black boy. You know, they always leave pets and babies in cars. They said they forgot them. And the heat of the car killed the child. Well, you know, man, we can't understand. Jamaica is a very hot place. How comes none of that never happened out here? That's why I feel that people are really doing them things on purpose. You know? They want to get to that child. Oh, we never get them, we never have anything like that here. And we have cars, we have babies, and we have babies traveling in cars. What, the son is worse over there. Anyway, you have this young boy who invented something where that prevented, that can prevent a child or a pet from dying in an enclosed car. They normally die of suffocation. The heat get unbearable for the infant and kill the infant in the car. The thing that he designed, it detects when there is no move. If the car is closed, the temperature change trigger something on it, and it detects if there's a baby or a pet in the car. Because if there's a baby, there'll be some amount of movement. So it detects that. And what it does is just give a burst of air for a while, couple minutes or whatever, but it can prevent a child from dying in a car. And it's a black child that invented that. And that is one problem that America is faced with their infant. But the Most High's blessing is still flowing to us. Look at all the inventions that we made during slavery, or during our oppression, because it's not over. Washing machine, stoplight. They invent things where we can't even afford after.
They invent
Right. But all these things that we have invented, who is benefiting from it? Your oppressor. So this is the Most High's promise being still fulfilled on Israel. The blessing will overtake you, and it's always flowing. But the difference is if you get it or your oppressor get it. If you are keeping the law, statutes, and commandment, this blessing is flowing to you. It will overtake you. All right, let's finish. Now we're going right down to when you don't follow it. Overtake thee. Hold on. If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. And how do you hear the voice of the Lord your God, even unto today? You're half right.
In the I.S.U.P.K, General YAHANNA.
Why you don't keep on whispering? Talk up loud.
In the I.S.U.P.K.
In the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding General YAHANNA. So what? The prophets in the and our and we don't really use the word prophets. We use the Christian gone with that word.
Yes.
There are some faggot that were a prophet. Use the ranks. Generals, captains, officers, troopers. So if you're a general in the troop, a top ranking prophet. If you're an officer or a little feeble officer like me, then you're just wash belly or a trooper. But the more experience come through wisdom, or wisdom come through experience. Wisdom comes through experience. So whether you're a General Mahaiman or a General YAHANNA, anyone else general can come and say XYZ. And you say, but right, it's not really in the law. I say, well, maybe, but this is what you should do. What do you think I'm speaking from? Experience being in the truth. So that's one way the Most High still speak to you. From our prophets, or our leaders, or our generals, captains, officers, troopers. A person who's a trooper is in the UPK. It's a vast knowledge compared to the man out there in the world, Not to mention one that is a general. That is why you ever hear General Myman sometimes speaking, you can see the frustration That's what happens most time because the longer you're in the truth, following the truth, the closer you get to perfection. But one of the disadvantages is that you just cannot tolerate imperfection. Okay, trust me, you can hear it in the voice sometimes. I just want to catch you to kick you out. Yeah. Yes. And one in general, you know. But General Myman is the one keeping class now. I don't hear any other general keeping class. But the voice of the Lord thy God, as it says in our promise, speak to us two ways today. You have the Bible. The word is already there, don't? And all the things that there's no circumstance you can find yourself in today that is not already, we have not already experienced as a nation, and it's in the Bible. And can guide you with the outcome. So who is the one who will decipher that now and say, based on this experience that the nation has experienced before, today we are faced with the same experience. This is what we should do. Who do that? Our prophets. Are our leaders in the UPK. Yeah. The UPK does that. So when especially when General Yahanna, General Yahanna heavy, you never hear General Yahanna keep a class. I never hear, but they just listen to General Myman. And you can know heavy General Yahanna himself is. He is the one who teach General Myman. Just like how the Moses spoke to Moses, and Moses teach you. Aaron. So when they hear Aaron speak, they look at it, so eloquent. But in learning eloquence from a little stammer man. Right. The same way today. You want to know good General Yahanna is listen to General Muhammad. But Christianity has tried to, what's the word now? Give us the sleight of hand. Trick us to look above human capability. So you hear a Christian say, I God me serve, no man can't tell me nothing. But at the same time, who wrote the Bible? And God write the Bible. Oh, really? Did God come himself and write it? No, he inspired man. Every single. Tell me one prophet in the Bible who did not sin. Who wrote a book who did not sin. Tell me one. I'm waiting. None. The only one who did not sin didn't write any book. Who's that? Yahweh. Yahweh didn't write any book. He did not sin. Every other one from Genesis to Revelation is imperfect. But they are still perfect enough to guide you. Because even the man who is crazy, but is on the street walking, there is something for you to learn from him. You learn how not to be crazy. Don't. Right. So all those prophets who have gone back from Genesis time and made the mistake, what do we learn? How not to make these mistakes. But that Israeli name will make it same way. That's why General Myman said, you are going to sin. You leave those purple faggots alone. You never know what you might do. And I support that. Because looking at Israel's history, I wouldn't bet on it. Yeah, you want to say something. What are you itching to say? I hope it's not something you're going to tell me about your mind. Tell us, I know you. The Bible tells you that there was one man that was without sin. So you don't have to know Daniel's sin. And if you read Daniel carefully, you will see that. Because there was a time when Daniel wrapped himself in sackcloth and ashes and wailed before the Most High. And then you read it and you say, I don't know which one of the book. If Daniel, the book of Daniel, or Bell and the Dragon, or one of those other books. And you say, then this man has looked so perfect and think, what kind of sin him could do so? Might not tell you the sin that they do. Yeah, because it might be as simple thing as looking across the fence for a neighbor's sexy wife. I know black woman sexy. Yeah. It can be as simple as that, you know. And it can be as simple as your Chinese neighbor cooking a pot of pork and I want to taste that, man. And you go over there and take piece. It can be as simple as that. It can be as simple as telling a lie. Still sin. But Christ is the only one that have not sinned. So let us just pray that the Most High keep us. So far, he's doing a very good job at the UPK. Look, we're under a state of emergency in Clarendon. Look how much time you come in there, and the matter of fact, you have to pass your checkpoint daily. They don't harass you. Sometimes they see they yell you up because you're in the garment of the UPK. What used to happen to you before things like before you become a UPK man? They harass the hell out of you. Yeah. I when you see them, you want to take bush.
They never run this way, but they always have some questions and so me I walk, me I get on the road.
Yeah.
I say walk on the road.
And couple nights we stand on the road. They say, remember the guy who come up there and say, why? You told me to dress so yeah, so you know, say, we get arrested there right at this spot there, couple times. Yeah, so I tell you, no, watch yourself. But, you know, I walk with a flyer and say, when we see him again. I saw him twice, but I haven't seen him since he told us that. Yeah, but look how many times, and I remember I said to him, yeah, I know, so they pass me all the while, and they just look for me. They pass back a while and I standing when I carry him out to get the taxi. Soldier pass us, police pass us. And the thing they do, they just look. And go on.
Sometimes I look forward, sir, and they jive fast.
Yeah. Sometimes we stand up there and we see the police Jesus. We know says a draw down the warmer, but when they look good, that's full edge street. They don't resemble who they're looking for. We go into the community of farm. Remember a taxi man say, hey, you know, say, a whole heap of man them take out our car. So yeah, make sure we clean. Yeah, man, we are very clean, man. We are in the UPK. Come on, in general, don't risk criminals. Come on, in general, turn criminals into gold. Every bad man who was a criminal and come in the UPK become a warrior for Christ. So, the Most High blessing never stop. It's you, it leave it up to you if you want it or not. You want the enemy to tap into it and rise over you, or you want to be able to receive it and rise over your enemies. It's up to you. He put the ball in your court. He has put the ball in Israel court for quite a while now, a couple thousand years. But somehow the football, they just ain't kicking it right. But he promised us that, you know, we're going to get it right in the end here. We're going to score a goal. Yo, people laugh. Yes. So the Most High thing is not no joke. It's as real as ever. I know my personal experience. Like I said, I work on police stations almost 10 years now. I know the relation prior to coming into the UPK and since being in the UPK. And it's not the same. Before coming in the UPK, they don't care. I told them, say, hello, police contractor. Contractor that means they have money. But since being in the UPK, I just see you and gone. Just see you and gone. There's no harassment, they leave you alone. And in case you want to say, well, maybe them police know them. I'm very sure the soldiers don't know me. And if they see me walking in the town, remember one time a taximan dropped me. A patrol of soldiers coming down there. Taximan dropped me. Right there, soldier foot in it. Yeah, I just made that one to one. I think I see a red shirt, yeah. You see a red UPK shirt. Drop me right at the soldier foot now feels that the soldier will harass me or something. Let me step out of the taxi. Bam, close the door. The soldier said, "Pardon, soldier," and step past me. The soldier calling, the soldier. What's the people in the town? And seriously, man, I get a dig down now. No, man. The most I promise you that in this last time here, don't be afraid. Go out and fish his people, do his work. Make sure you don't break his commandment because the blessing will still go to your enemy. Huh?
I say, you know, the commandment, you get to it.
You will get your well, you will get hurt. Look, he has promised you forgiveness. Promise to forgive you in the end. But don't take it for granted. Don't tempt the Most High. Don't tempt him. The Most High, because him say he will forgive you and you feel that the Most High going to forgive you, so I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. He might just kill him. It's you alone, him not killing the whole UPK. It's you alone. And guess what? He's not going to. I heard Bahaman say he would, if he even have to cast away the whole body and start over. Well, I can tell you, no, it ain't going to be, you know, I'm going to ask you. I'll swear to nobody. I'm not swearing to anybody. But I just have a feeling it won't be like that. Because people that I'm seeing in the UPK, you know, they look serious. Like, you see some people who really want to serve God. A lot of things going on where we might not be aware of. But the good probably outweighs the bad. 50 years now, we don't hear about no child molesters. We don't hear about no homosexual. Those are the two main things that tarnish religion. Being a child molester, being a homosexual. And a liar. We don't know about any liar. So far, probably going on good. But what if the Most High say, all right, I'm going to let you wait another 50 years? We don't know. We don't know how long you can hold the pressure. Because I know that our brothers holding some pressure there. You know? Yeah, man. Holding some pressure. But I don't know how you don't know how long the Most High is going to take. So say, all right, I have enough righteous people on my side. Yeah. I can pull them up now. Chariots. Get them. No man know when is the time. But I've seen so many, I've seen evidence that Even if you don't come first, some serious things going to happen in our favor. Yeah, some serious things going to happen in our favor. But how the Most High works, He generally tests you before He will reward you. So you just can't fail the test. If you fail the test, you can't get the reward. Yep. And trust me, when you read the Bible, it does sometimes within 20 years, Israel failed the test. Within 20 years, read the book of Judges. I just say, some short period of time, we're gone 50 years so far. But remember, during that 50 years, there was a period where everybody actually the only commanding General YAHANNA. But probably that's the way the Most High choose to have one prophet as He always do. So all those who were before, their purpose was to train and teach that one prophet. But they're all sinful man serious. So when they don't train the prophet, go on away. I will remember you still, but go on away. And I work with one prophet. That is what I can only say that because that's what we see happen. Of course, prior to everybody leaving, it was what? 7 men that started the UPK. But like us coming in after that, we can say it's one man that stood up for the UPK. Ain't it? Ain't it? Yes, that's so. I remember the time in who was it again? There are times when you have one person get up and stand for the Most High. Abraham did it. You remember Abraham story? Yeah, Abraham did it. What's the other prophet name? It's Elijah. Elijah did it. Christ did it. Judas Maccabeus did it. Yeah, it's nothing strange in Israel. But the prophet that the Most High choose to do that is normally a powerhouse within the nation. Yeah. Personally, I feel that we haven't seen, we don't see the full capabilities of General YAHANNA. Yeah, man. We haven't seen, we haven't seen the full capabilities. I tell you this, if it comes down to the test where the nation of Israel back to come against the war, General YAHANNA probably can raise him and part water. The most I have all those powers available to Israel. If that's what it takes, he will do it. But he's probably not so enthused in doing it because he do it already and he never did impress him. So him not into what to do it. Him do it in other ways. You wake up this morning and you don't know where your food coming from and you still go through the day and you got the 3 meals a day. You have the 3 meals. That's another way of doing it. But the most I work in what? Mysterious ways.
Some other supernatural things.
That is where they have removed the humanity from among us. I hear them false Israelite group come tell about, and they are so stupid. Because if they read the Bible, they would know that evil tree can produce good fruit. So if you are going to say the UPK is wrong and you are the 2/3 and you is the this and you is the that, then if the UP going down, you're going down too, because if UPK is evil, you came out of the UPK. You evil too. Just like how all churches come out of Rome, and you say Rome is the evil tree. So even the person who's going to start his own church today, yeah, because he's using the same interpretation, same doctrines from Rome. So these break off, they use the same doctrine. And if they believe that they're going to have time to change, then they will see destruction. The only reason why they are surviving because they came from a good shoe. So the Most High not ready for them. But remember, there is a part in the Bible that says he will spew you out if you are lukewarm or if you are cold. He said, better you're dead cold, than being lukewarm. So probably the Christians even stand a better chance than them because they are lukewarm. The Christian is cold. Eh? Probably these Israelite groups that are break off, if they know what's good for them, they come back in the truth. The church has removed the humanity out of Israel. So we are not able to look at all these prophets in the Bible, in the church, you believe that there were some angels that came down. And you believe that they were supernatural humans. Which way they were man just like me and you. So because they have done that, this is the trick of the white man again, of the oppressor again. When they do these things, then when you see man like yourself doing certain things, it don't impress you. Because what? The ones you read about, they were supernatural. They were superhumans. So a man who look like you and worse than black. And the ones you read about in the Bible are what? Damn white. Yes. Yeah, man. Are human here? Abraham seen Abraham never see any wings, Human beings. But they were angels. Meaning, there is this, I don't know what you would call it. What they want to call the angels now is shapeshifters. Because they can have wings. But when you see them, you're not seeing any wings. That is what they want to, the doctrines that are trying to get people away from the Bible saying it. So they change their form in front of you. Well, before coming in front of you. But in the Bible, it's only the Most High people, the angels appear to them. Who else? I don't know if anybody else.
Unless they want to get some kind of scholarship.
Like who?
Like,
The Babylonian king. The Babylonian king in Daniel's time, what he saw was an angel. He saw and that writing on the wall. And when the church is telling you that story, they draw the picture with the white and writing on the wall. Hello. The Bible says Christ will come like is going to come like a what? Like a thief in the night. And Christ is a black one. You see why you're going to have a war? Eh? A black man who they already think is a thief coming like a thief in the night. You see why you're going to have a war? Yeah, the nation is not going to accept that. And it's whose work is that? The main oppressor did that. Put himself in the temple of the Most High and make people believe that he himself is God. So when you see the black Christ come, no man, this is an impostor. We have to war, we have to fight. And make it rather worse, when they show you the picture of Christ return, they show you Christ coming back on horse. No. Christ coming in chariot. What they tell you that the chariots. Yeah. What they tell you that spaceship. So when Christ come back in spaceship, what do you think they're going to believe? Alien invasion.
Yes.
But it's important for Israel to know better. Because those aliens are coming for you to carry you back home. And our ancestors knew this. That's why they say, swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry who? Carry me home. It wasn't the whites who were singing that, you know. They learned that song from us. They learned that song from the slaves. So all these now is the blessing that come on is Israel, right?
Answer.
All right, drop down to 15 now.
Answer. Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass if thou wilt. But it shall come to pass.
Comma. What the but there signify? Contrast. Right. But. So even the and what comes after the but? It shall come to pass. All right. And it says in verse 1 up top, it shall come to pass. Don't? I would say it shall come to pass means what? It shall happen. So up verse 1 it says, it shall come to pass, and it lists the what? The blessings. So the blessing shall come to pass. You go down to 15, it says, but what? The same it shall come to pass. So even from that time, the most I know you're going to sin in it. So you said you enjoy the blessing, you know. But you're going to also enjoy the curse. Which book in the Bible I can tell you that we drink down to the you ever drink some drinks with dregs in it? What you normally do with the dregs? You drink half the drinks and you throw away the dregs, don't you? What the most I say we do with the dregs? We drink down to the dregs of the cup of his indignation, of his punishment. Down to the dregs we drink. We suck. Now listen, we are hold it and ring the cup. Suck out it. We take everything. But he's saying that these same curses that you get, you gotta go and put it on the nation. These are they laugh at you when you get your punishment. They're going to get. But it shall come to pass. Continue.
But it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Continue.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day.
Continue.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All right. If thou will not, up top it says, if you hearken diligently to observe and to do what? Right? So down here, so if you don't hearken diligently unto the thy God, to observe to do all his commandments is the same thing it's saying back, you know. But it's showing you the other side to it. You go up, you must come down. You go right, you will turn, you can turn left. Huh? You go in, you can go out. So you get the blessing, you can get the punishment too. All right. To do all his commandments, his statutes which he command this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and what?
overtake thee.
Just like how when you keep the commandment, the blessing run you down and you, no matter what you do, blessing just a follow you. When you don't keep the commandment, the same thing happen. No matter what you do, them curses, you ever hear some man get up and say, why? I'm most obedient, you know. I hear them say, why? I must curse the curse, you know. No matter what I do. Nothing just can't work. Well, that is what it means by these curses shall overtake you. That's what it means, you know. No matter what you do, it's going to happen to you. These curses. So which one do you rather to overtake you? The most blessing you must rather the blessing run you down and overtake you rather than the curses. You look at the ghettos. That's the curses overtaking you. Continue now. No, you're not finished breakdown that.
Oh.
But it shall come to pass if thou will not hearken diligently to the Passover. All these, I finished. That all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you. All right. Go down to 16.
Verse 16. First shall thou be in the city, and first shall thou be in the field.
So if you decide, say, well, like in Jamaica, you see that a lot of persons grow in the country areas and what they want to do. Run from country and go town. Don't. So when they do that, then as their lifestyle change much?
Worse, I said.
Sometimes it's worse. That is why Kingston becomes so violent. You know, it's not so much the man who born in Kingston, mash up Kingston. It's the countryman who leave country and go to town. It's him desecrate Kingston. And running from the curse in the country. and it's worse in the town, you know. Yeah, what? The curse is worse in the city. Because guess what? It's a concrete jungle. There is nothing there for you to go and pick but concrete. Yeah, man. If you're in the country, you can get a breadfruit, you can get a key, you can get this, you can get that.
In some cases, you can get breadfruit
Night on. And guess what? A person in a city with a breadfruit tree, you know. What he say, you know, man, you don't want nobody burning breadfruit tree. Yeah. While in the country, sometimes you look out in the yard and you see a man in a breadfruit tree. Hey, pick one car, come give me that. You don't know, we know. Pick one car, come give me that now. And then pick a car, come put on your back. And I told, see in a breadfruit tree, you're gonna get a gunshot up in that tree. But they're afraid of the law because you know a man didn't do that and then get a couple of years. The judge said, so hold on. Is your he said, I saw him in my mango tree. No, the most I said, whose mango tree? My mango tree. Okay, is you planted? Yes, Your Honor. So is you grow it? No, Your Honor, but I water it. Oh, so it's God grow it? Yes. So in other words, you shot the man out of the tree where God grow. He can't answer. He get a couple of years. But they get smart now, you know what they do? They catch you in the tree in the town and they're not want on their property. What do they do? Just put the dog on the tree.
Oh,
Yeah, man, guy, if you come down and the dog bite you up, you know, yeah, they won't. Yeah, man, the dog bite you up and they won't. So, that's how the curse works. You're in the city or you're in the field. Nothing. You're in the field and you plant. Is there any rich black farmer that we have now? We have people rich out of farming in Jamaica now, but they are not black. The coffee industry controlled by the hold on, man, the Blue Mountain Coffee. Who control that? Somebody who is not an Israelite. I think it's the Chinese have it now. Somebody who is not an Israelite. Jablon Coffee. No, that's not Israelite. Or sugar industry. How many black cane farmers there? Our orchard, like orange orchard, Aki orchard. As a matter of fact, you know that the Aki orchards, a lot of Israelites was coming up in the Aki orchard, you know, Aki farming. And what happened? America blocked it. First thing they said, they don't import Akis from Jamaica. And then the government go on a campaign now. And they plant, they grow a lot of Aki trees. And they give it to you for free. All you need to have is 5 acres of land. And they come and 5 acres of land, they must fortify it and you get the trees for free. Know how many the Israelites could have achieved that? 5 acres of land. If you have 1 acre, you have enough. So who got that? Eh? The other nations. It was the other nations who benefit. And then their Aki tree grew up now, and guess what? Can Aki is now common in America. Because it's not Israel benefiting from it. No Israelite benefiting. There are few who go out and those who get the Aki and sell to the canning factory. It's not from their orchard. They go out and they buy some here because a man might have 1 acre of land and him have few Aki trees on it. You know, Aki them bear a lot. And then go and buy from them, buy some here, and then take it to the canners. So he become like a big middleman. But you don't have any Israelite benefiting in any large scale, not even with 5 acres of land, because when the government was giving away that, who have the 5 acres of land? The government had land to lease. I remember I went to RADA at the time. Tell me that then, you know, we don't have any land available right now that we can lease. Maybe they were talking the truth, because maybe by then all the other nations who knew that this offer was coming up, they just go and they went and leased the land because they get the tree for free. And from you get the apple tree up to a certain height, the only thing you have to worry about is spiritual loss. And guess what? It's the fruit they're going to take, not the tree. So if they steal the fruit, next year you will get it again because the tree is there. And then they don't trouble the other nations' orchard so much. But make you, the black man, have a little backyard. You see them cut the fence and let in the goat. Or the cow. Go eat out the garden. Don't. Yeah, man. Well, this is what the Most High mean when he say, curse in the field. This curse is called it, you know. You plant and you can't reap it. And when you're in the city, all right, let's turn to the city now. All right, man, run go country, run go town. City life. Oh, town man come from. First thing when say, oh, man, a bad man and a man come from town. Town is not about badness. Town is about commerce. Why we should be saying, oh, a millionaire in a town we come from. That is what town is about, commerce. But what can we as Israelites say about town? A bad man, a town we come from. Badness. And he's not even a righteous warrior. Badness. So I'm going to talk about what? Town criminal. Town. When him say a bad man, a town we come from. Basically, I tell us, oh, a criminal, a town we come from. Ain't that a curse? There's nobody who you know say I went into Kingston and I know of this big business. That's what the city is about. Business, commerce. When we go to these cities, we're not going there to join commerce. We're there to ask for a labor for little and nothing, or to turn criminals. Curse in the city. We ain't reaping any of those benefits of the city. And we ain't reaping any of the benefits of the field. I know a black guy who, you know, the Spring Plains land. Remember the Spring Plains land? Spring Plains down the Clarendon, so one of the richest, most fertile land, not only in Clarendon, but probably in Jamaica. And it's a plain. Good soil. He got some of the land to lease. Because he was working in the government and thinking of going after retirement. Then we get some to lease from rather. They was telling me that I get a couple acres of land and I'm going to plant pumpkin. So, you know, if you're a farmer, you know, you plant before the rain comes. Right. The man plant and the rain didn't come. So the pumpkin seeds catch up in the ground. You remember when they used to have drought? Yeah, man. That's a serious drought before UPK come to Jamaica. You know? Yeah, man, the UPK presidents in Jamaica break the drought. You notice that? Any of you notice that? Since UPK touched Jamaica, we haven't got any serious drought. You don't realize that. This is the promise that he made. And the Most High is always faithful to his promise. Trust me. It's the same like how Donald Trump, before him going in office, he used to tell people, he will build the wall and something. He's the first US president people was praying that he don't do the things that he said he was going to do. Normally people hope that the politician would do the thing that they say they were going to do, right? But Donald Trump is the first one that people say, why, who him not do what him say more do? But let me tell you this, your God that you serve, he make you a promise from how many thousands of years, and he is still holding fast to the promise that he has made. Even though, and he said it too, even though we have go out and, in layman terms, in Jamaican terms, we go out and fornicate for him head top. Well, you know, in Jamaica terms, that is it. The woman go out and fornicate for your head. What you normally say? Well, this girl on the top go F for my head, you know. Not true. Yeah. So it's weak. We go out and commit fornication against the Most High, but him still hold fast in promise. So he said, even though you have not been faithful, I have been faithful to you. Meaning, anytime we realize the wrong we do, we come back to him. His arms is always. And the other nation can say what they want to say. You have to know that he is speaking about you. They have never been in the arms of God. And if you doubt me, read Psalms 147, 19 and 20. They know nothing. They have never experienced it. You have. When poor white people in America, what a place that they live, they call it. Ghetto? What they call it? Trailer park. Now, as far as I know, trailer costs money. Yeah. But I say they're poor, but they don't live in the ghetto. They live in a trailer park. Which means if they can just lift themselves out of it. But the term ghetto, it does not only encircle the surrounding you're living in. There's a strong psychology in there too.
Nigger come from the ghetto.
No, not just that, yes, but
You can already come out of the ghetto. Like, you can move your house.
all right, let's say you can manage to come out of the ghetto without the house. You go home. But the psychology part of it still following you. You still have you will still have the same mentality. That's the curse following you. When the poor white come out of the trailer park and then go and make it in the city, him don't necessarily have that mentality of the poor white. You know. The mentality don't necessarily follow him. Right? He comes out and he made the transition because the system is geared towards him making that transition. But the system is not geared towards you making that transition. Putting up a resistance, I've got to work it out. You remember that song? Every time I lift my head above the water, there is some overnight scheme, all work out designed to keep me down. It took the bank 50 years before him start to call black people and not say, I have this customer here now, I'm going to write him and give him a car deal. I'm going to tell him that he can get a loan. 50 years it took the bank to start doing that. When the other races was getting it. You know, easy. You have some rich whites in Jamaica who came here with nothing. You know them get rich? They come and then go to the bank with a plan. And the bank gives them the money. No collateral needed. We're doing a live video. I don't really want to call any name, but a lot of the business men out here who are some are Arab background, some are European, not to mention the European background ones. The Chinese one don't like the bank from a long time. Him rich Chinese brother look out for it. Or him go to the Chinese benevolent society. They have that. Somebody believes that the Chinese man can get poor. I don't know that, you know, Chinese, our culture in Jamaica, they find themselves broken overnight and shoot themselves. They used to do that, you know. It's the Chinese benevolent society kind of step in and come to their aid. In the sense where, okay, your business gone down, they need some money. You can't, another Chinaman will lend us some money interest free. And that, guess what? That is Israel's law. Chinaman lending brother and don't take no interest on it. And that's our law. And it made them rich. They follow it, they follow that one and they make them rich. Right. But you know, you go in the city, if you manage to open a business in the city, the bank thinking hard to lend it. And you know what hurt me the most? Most of those in the bank who is blocking your part, you know, the same Israelite, you know.
Yeah, black people.
Israelite. They follow orders. I don't know if they're getting orders from high above or what, or is out of their own bad mind. But the Bible says, curse in the city you're going to be, so I don't know. So you're going to be cursed in the city and you're going to be cursed in the field. Verse 32. Drop down to 32.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and
thine eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand.
All right. So thy sons and thy daughter being given to another people. Slavery gone. Chattel slavery. They come take your child and sell him. They have laws against that now. But how are you losing your children today? By the what? The gun. Gun is one. You say human trafficking. What else? Abortion. You got that one. Planned Parenthood in America. How they abort children in Jamaica? Eh? Prison. Prison system. Yes. Because when you're innocent, you move to this in the States going on. When an innocent child go before the judge and the judge says, you know him innocent. The judge says, 45 years for shooting this dog that they call a police. You can't do anything about it. But when the judge says, all right, you kill a black man, 10 years. Oh, don't give that sad face. Here, take my Bible. Can I come and give you a hug? Oh, and by the way, John 3:16 says that Christ died for all of us. That's what you do with somebody who is of the ruling class, who have the God look. Yeah, man, you look like same skin color Caesar was here, so. You know, I spoke once about the demography of the crime system in America, the committing of crime. Crime is committed. All right, crime in America. The blacks are just about 20, probably about 25% now. It's so much of the population, right, in America. 80% of the crimes that are committed in America is not committed by blacks. Of the total crime committed, that are about from, and these are recorded crime, from pickpocket to murder. 80% of that total crime is committed by whites, who are approximately 80% of the population, or maybe 70-some percent. Well, that 25% they're talking about is blacks and other races, right? That percentage, 80% that commits the crime, shouldn't the prison system be 80% of who committing the crime being in prison? However, you find that 80% of the prison population comes from approximately 20% of those who commit the crime. So where's the balance of justice here? And this was something I found out from I was young. And it grieved my heart so much that I hated America. Still not like them, but to the point that I was like, I don't even want to go there to visit. I didn't even ever try go embassy before. Because I read everybody I said, hey, visa, I don't know, you're not going to get a visa. So if you do what? You don't go to America. But do what? America prison black man and kill black man like what? What am I going to go do? I don't know actually. And I knew that chances are I go there might not happen to me because it's not Jamaicans and so on is happening to them. They're doing it to the black Americans. Why? Tell me why.
Yes. So what to get you guys?
They want to get to the youth, you know.
Yeah.
But why they quicker to do it to the black American than you?
Because cancer in here.
No. You have your government to stand up for you. Black Americans don't have anybody to stand up for them.
Because I didn't stand up to them.
The government that should stand in the gap for them is they are the ones committing the crime and the evils against them. Don't. But our government now, we can petition our government to step in. So you go down them, then catch your accent that you're not American, then start to leave you alone. Depends. And they will shoot you if you're in the act of the crime. But they're not going to just pull you over and just shoot you, put you on the ground. They'll shoot you on the ground. They don't do that to the foreign nationals, you know. They do that to their people. So I knew that there's a chance that it wouldn't happen to me. But me always say, nah, man, I'm my black brothers, them, man. So I was like a one-man protesting because there's nothing me in my little feeble self can do. But now I'm in the UPK and I realize that, oh, I can be a part of that band who go and bust their ass. And it sweet me. Because I like them from morning. Simple because of what they do to the black American. I hated their guts. And I wasn't in the truth. But now in the truth, multiply that by 10. So this is one way they take away black Israelite children. Prison system. In our situation, there was a time when a lot of innocent people used to be going to prison. I don't hear that cry again. What I hear now is you hear a parent say, why if my son him go commit himself and now he's gone to prison? Well, with me he said no, so his son commit a crime. But there was a time when innocent people used to go to prison and be hanged. In Jamaica, you saw it. But you know that kind of gone down. Yeah.
For content, I say Marcus Garvey time when they came Marcus Garvey.
Right, because when they imprisoned Marcus Garvey in Jamaica, there was no reason for doing that.
But no, sir, the Moroccan people really wrong because it look like the system control the people as they want to do wrong things. So, no.
Why is that the system will control the people? You know? The curses is such that there's nothing there for you. The curses catch you because what? You're a lawbreaker. So the most I just use these other nations to expose how much of a lawbreaker you really are. Because there's no thing in the laws that say if you break it, I'm going to put you in prison. And being out of the kingdom now, there's no punishment, basically, from the kingdom. So the nation, the most I use the other nations. Punish the gut out of you. Take away your picking. Take away that child. What can you do? You can't do a thing. I mean, when it comes to like abortion, you can do something because you can choose not to abort the child. But what the system tell the woman, it is her right to choose. So you, the man, have no say in it, you know. But however, if she chooses to keep the child, she can also choose to carry a backside for child support. Look how unfair that is. It's her right to choose. So you, the man, have no say. You have no say. But how they get the woman to make that choice now? You know that child is going to be an hindrance to you achieving your degree. I mean, the degree, the same degree that can open no doors for you as a black person. They give out 100 degrees and 20 get job. And they pressure the next 80. I mean, and then I'm showing the 20 and say, look what these people achieve. And you believe that having a degree is going to make you better. In the days when black people was doing better financially, there was no degrees required. They worked in factories, peddle on the street, they just put their money to use. But now our money is gone into social media, bills, rent. What they used to do first time, you rent an apartment and you share it. But people now get so, what do you call it? And that is among our people. We don't think of sharing in that way. Where you find that the Chinese, the Indians, the Arabs, they do these things. They will rent an apartment and 10 and 12 of them were living there and pay rent. So if they rent the apartment for 3,000 a month and 10 person in there and the 10 working, how much money is that each? $300. So the rise easier. But we ain't gonna do that now. Well, I can pay this $3,000 and I can survive. Wow! I can show off on my brother and my sister. You know, you're living at $3,000 apartment and I'm paying my rent. You need to start begging. Go and find something to do. Because it worked for you, you think it worked for everybody. Oh, Mrs. Our mister, the curse is pelting many of our people. But don't be selfish. But that is how they take away your children in today's day. Crime, abortion, drug abuse. What else? What else we have said? The gun, that's still crime. Prison system. You know, these people in East know you're a lawbreaker, you know. That's why they make a whole industry of you, you know, for breaking law, you know. Prison system don't profitable, it's not profitable in China, you know. 1.4 billion people and they have far less person incarcerated than what America have. Look at that statistic. So it's not profitable for them. It's not profitable for you to be a lawyer in China, but it's profitable to be a lawyer in America, anywhere in the West, where the children of Israel is in this large population, because we are a bunch of lawbreakers. We didn't keep the Most High law, so what do you think we're going to do? Even if you don't, the Bible tells you this too, if you, the parents and the child, don't follow your rule inside the house, what do you think is going to do with the nation? He's not going to follow the rules of the nation. Esau know that part about you. You ain't listen to the Most High, so you ain't going to listen to me. So I'm going to set up one whole industry of you and make some money off it. And it's working as hell. The lawyers, the judges, the bailiffs, the private prison system, all the private prison system are billionaires. The utility companies that that supply these prisons, the farmers that supply these prisons. make a whole industry out of you for breaking the law. Not to mention the traffic offenses. So much ticket in Liquor Jamaica, so much money they make off ticket. When they have, and the matter of fact, amnesty not going to come again. So when they break the law in the ticket, they are going to find him. Take you before the judge. They're not going to have the chance of waiting for amnesty again. If they can't pay the money, just hide and hope that they don't find it before they find the money, and then they go and make a deal and go talk to the judge and pay some money. Or they are going to lock you up. Because there are a bunch of lawbreakers. You break the Most High law. So who is man that you're going to break? You're not going to break his law. You're going to do it. Remember, you know, you saw this cloud come over the tabernacle and possibly hear the voice speaking to Moses. And you know what is happening there. And you still go and break the laws after you agree, say, yes, we will do it. So, I mean, you're driving down the street and the sign say, right turn only. And there's no cop. I don't see who to stop me. I can't left. Because it's not within us to keep laws. Believe it or not, that's the case. It's not in us. If it was in us, we wouldn't have failed. But it's not in us to keep laws. Yeah. That's why, you know, that's why Roman give it born so much. Yeah, man. And the man them go to the road and get picked with them can't mind. And end up on child support. And the wife find out and divorce the backside because you're a lawbreaker. They don't follow the Most High law. You ain't gonna follow one's law. Yes, sir. All right, you're on to say. The next point now. 48. Speed up.
48.
Hello, I hope you're making note of these breakdowns, you know. You're going to see it again. No, we never go back to 27. One verse in 27. First verse.
Answer. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48.
Right.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things.
Pick up in right there. How are you going to serve your enemies? How are we serving our enemies today? How are we serving our enemies today? By working for them. You work for your enemies. So you are serving them, right? And look at how we say you are going to work for your enemies. In what?
Hunger.
In hunger. You work, you get paid, you're hungry, no else same way. All right. And in what else?
Thirst.
Thirst. You go a road, you can't buy a drink because the one little money, boy, I have to keep it because people have to go to school and this and that. I'm thirsty with their work. Try to thief one of them drinks and go on the corner. In hunger and in thirst and in can't buy no clothes. As cheap as it be. You have a stain on your naked lane. And you wear one clothes over and over. Good thing clothes is not food. I would definitely be walking on the street naked. So you're working for your enemies and you can't feed yourself, you can't buy a drink, you can't buy clothes, not to mention the roof over here. All right. Continue. And he shall
Answer. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Well, there was a physical yoke of iron upon our neck. But today, why this economy you put a yoke on your neck? Oh, for Jesus. Bills. Them bills are ironclad, you know. Light bill to pay, water bill to pay, so much bills to pay. You know that Calypso song? You know that Calypso song? Bills, bills, everything. Bills, bills, man can't pay. Water bill to pay, light bill to pay. Don't add one more to it now. Internet bill to pay. And you can, and then for all of you who love enough man out the road who you don't take them for why. You lick and run. Stay there, you have a little nookie bill to play too. Nookie bill to pay.
Yeah, like
You ever hear old time people say that nookie pension never done. That one pension that never stop paying. Yeah, man, the other one used to deal and she got left at the book carry. Hey, one, back one. You know, me, I used to chat like buy me something. Big one toes now. Yeah, eh? Who? Oh, I'm ready to have it. Nookie bill never stop paying. Nookie turn yoke of iron road. You realize that? Yeah, man, Nookie can turn on yoke of iron road enough man neck. Keep them in sin. Why? So you get a squeeze from one. Just have to go look back on another one. Right, so the yoke of iron today is not the physical iron again. But there's so many things in the system I put a tie shackle on your foot. There was a time, you know, I used to talk to a woman. The first thing she want to do, I breathe for you, you know. Yeah, man. Yes. Because what? Yes. Hey, watch out. I thought she not beg you for money. You don't go and know your name and your address. The man used to give man wrong name. A wrong address. Yeah, hey, you know, that's why a lot of our women go and chat to other people. Our men do them bad. Wrong name, wrong address. And she gets pregnant. Go to the yard. Nobody don't live here by that name. And I say him live. You can't find him. Get pregnant, you're no one with that child. But man wise up now. I don't hear those things again. Yeah, man get proud of them youth now. So, oh, me have my youth, you know. Yeah, man. 2 youth me get, you know. So, me take care of my youth, and anything me have to do for me, take care of my youth, me take care of my youth. But then I'm busy with the woman though. And she's supposed to be your wife until she die. Or you die. So we're breaking the law anyway you take care. Love your youth, talk to your mother. And not you wife. Why you leave her? Why she tough headed, you know, man. Like some of the ladies can't take the pressure. Huh? That's why they need to come in the truth, because you can have more than one wife. I will tell you, don't buy more you can choose to do. Because guess what? You can have 10 wives and the 10 of them working, you know. Which take you in, give you an economical breeze, meaning you don't have to worry yourself when they can't find the money or you take care of them. But sexually, nobody believe it's a walk in the park to take care of them. 10 black women in heat. Hello. That's why you have to give thanks to the Most High that he give you a 7-day Sabbath. You know. The Most High give you a 7-day Sabbath. We give thanks for that. Yes. Every woman have them 7-day Sabbath. Good Lord. Time for you to recuperate, to go again. I can't imagine you live where you have to tell over that. You have service there. And you working. You have to go hide them sometime. Yeah. So many wife comes with its advantages. We don't know if I want to tell you what the disadvantage I make you go and go find out. But I can tell you, you better be able to service them. Or they will stray. Hello. Mary get pregnant because she was in heat, you know. Just remember that. When the Moses turn up the fire, turn up the flame for the nookie there. Joseph couldn't get away. Yeah, but he had to break tradition. The Moses said, don't worry yourself, man. I will show you what to do. Turn up the heat for the nookie. Okay, I get attention. You can imagine you have 10 women out there, and the most I say, you know, so this man I gave him, bless him with 10 wives, and him not following me, my Lord. And then turn up the heat on them 10 women there. Oh, you man. You're scotch. You could have draft his pearly in a little more. All right. Hold on, 49. 49, sir.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Hold on, pick up it. You know why the curse come on your children? Tell me. Why does the curse come on your children?
Because you don't obey.
All right. If you notice, the curse is really the flip of the blessing. Huh? All right. So one of the blessing, what is the blessing for your children? You are blessed with what? Many children. Because we are supposed to be as a star of heaven. That's our blessing, you know. To be as a star of heaven means that we have enough people. But when you go into the curse now and it flip on you, the children become your curse. And they are taken away from you, and all manner of evil happen to them. It's a flip. 49.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
All right, so the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far. When we were hiding in West Africa, Europe was far away. But they find us from the end of the earth. Because they came from over the horizon. And they, at that time, they used to say, you know, the horizon, look out at the sea, where the sky and the sea appears to meet. Europe used to teach, you know, the sail out there and fall off the earth. You know. And I found it funny that that's where they came from to come terrorize us in these days from the end of the earth. Right across the horizon there. All right. As swift as the eagle fly. You know, there was a time when America had the snake as their symbol. When the Assyrian kingdom collapsed, Assyria had eagle, you know. But I need to do this some research here. I just good if someone in the UPK could do this research too. When the Assyrian kingdom fell, you know, 19 something, the Assyrians actually teach America how to control the northern kingdom. You know. You remember you pull up some pictures the other day of the Assyrians. Who they look like? Look like the Native American and the Mexican. They look more like that. And so that's how some people say, but I can't see, oh, well, if they when they come from Jacob, why we look so different? Because they went with the Assyrians. And the Assyrians look just like the Mexicans. They, you know, when Assyria fell after World War One and Two, I think, the ruling class of Assyria went into America. So they teach America things. They have taken crafty counsel against us. These are the things that are behind doors. Put it in the Bible know what is happening, put it in there. So because it's not on the news that the Assyrians teach the Americans how to rule over the northern kingdom, over the Mexicans and the Cubans and the Puerto Ricans, the Native Americans, and the Seminole Indians. Because it's not on the news. Do your research on it. They learn from them. They have it. I think it was when Assyria fell, they took up the eagle. And America didn't rise to prominence until they took up the eagle. And learn about you, who you are, how to control you. Learn that they should take away your inventions and don't, you know, that's why it's so difficult for you as the black man get that, what they call it? When they come up with an invention, patent, difficult for you to get it in. Mm-hmm. Then they talk about chunk data who secure some patents for China or wherever, worth much millions of dollars. What they did, just sit back and leave our people work. So the blessings that are supposed to flow to you. Come on. So these nations that come from afar, come with the knowledge or seek the knowledge how to rule over you. Nations have enslaved other nations, you know, but they have never done so wicked against these other nations like they have done against you. Why? Why? Because the curses, no, the curses come about. The nations inflict the curses on you for a reason. Yes, you're going to say it's the most I tell them to do it. But look at the economics. Yeah.
Because they know that enslaving of an oppressor continuously is their rising.
Listen, no other nation that any of these nations ever enslaved have never made them so rich that you, the Israelites, made them. Hmm? If you hold a road and you have 3 women in your life, you know, the one with the sweet and looking see you the most. You know. Not true? Nothing. Go rewrite it here. Well, it's the same thing. The nations them say, oh, Israel made me the street, the richer. So when we were in the kingdom, you know, anytime a nation encircle us to overthrow us, you know, is the most buyer of slaves ever stirred up, you know. Because what? These people make good slaves. Riches follow them. Blessing follow them. And they are, as much as you are such a lawbreaker, they want you around. And as much as they treat you so bad, because Babylon was around before we came out of Egypt. But Babylon did not come up to prominence until when they took us captive. Assyria didn't come up to any prominence until when they took us captive. Egypt didn't come to prominence until they took us captive. Greece, I think it was the same Macedonians who turned the Grecians or something like that. Yeah, Alexander was a Macedonian. And then Grecian. It's when
when we go, they fell. They fought.
That was when Rome fell, when we managed to come out of the slavery and rise. That is why America, you remember Oklahoma, I'm sorry. What they talk about in Black Wall Street, they can't allow you to farm any economy outside of yourself. As the rich is supposed to come to them, that's how they look at it. They have you captive, take your blessings. They know, you know. The movies that don't take any movie that doesn't have any blacks in it and redo it and put black in it, and so much, you're gonna make 3 times that as much money. Kevin Costner, when Kevin Costner did Bodyguard with Whitney Houston, he spoke at Whitney Houston funeral. They were going to use a white woman, and they said, somebody come to him. Somebody came to him and, you know, use this lady and blah, blah, blah. And he did not regret using it because that nobody there knew about Kevin Costner before Bodyguard. How do they treat them in Hollywood? All right. And they are like the Lucky Charms. Yes. More Matrix. Matrix wouldn't be so prominent if they didn't have the Black Morpheus in it. All right. The most money that Marvel Comics ever made, Marvel Studios. Black Panther. And look how long they have been old. They have Black Panther finally as a hero finally in the 50s, you know. But they hold it back. They release it now. And Black Panther make more money than Superman and any one of the white heroes. And they are smart. Even though it's an African theme, they know that they should not use Africans in it. They use the children of the slaves, the Israelites, because they will make more money. So they have studied you. 50. Yeah.
Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
No. That's the way they look. When they march across, this is exactly how they look. Fierce countenance. They had no regard for the old people. We didn't, it's in the 70s we have age of retirement and age of employment. Prior to that, even 12-year-old could not work. Because that's it way it was. 6-year-old go and pick cotton, 5-year-old go and pick cotton. I mean, there was no school for them to go to, so where you going to do? But anyway, just remember the creator says, grant back to them double. So it's the same thing you'll be doing, you know. That's why some of these things, you know, I watch and I learn, but I don't really knock it because guess what? It's the same thing we went to the back today. Same thing. But the same thing we are curse and say, well, look at them tree, look at the road, and look at them this and look at them that. Yeah, man, when the table turn, we'll be doing about the same thing. I suppose they will be saying the same thing. Well, they just kill us off, so we'll be doing the same thing. So whoever want to, with the Christians who want to believe that Lord is so forgiving. Really? Every sin that we commit as a nation, He will pay for it. 2,000 years after Christ dead. And they say Christ died for the sins of the world. Aren't we still feeling the curse? So if the church was correct, we shouldn't be feeling the curse. Because the laws are done away with. We shouldn't feel in the effects of breaking the law. Yeah.
No, I said that one reason why most of us, why you never really go to church, because someone say God gave me all of us and we still first. We still are going to get in a problem and all of this.
Right. And when you look on another nation,
Them all right.
Them all right. So if God did do all of it, them here you know supposed to can benefit from the riches, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. When other nations are benefit from
Exactly. That's what, 50? All right. Go down to 64 now.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. It's because of this promise where the Most High say, one of your curses that I am going to scatter you across the earth. This is why Christ said, go into all the earth and preach the gospel, because the Most High's chosen people is in every country, every city. So it's important, and when Christ was sending out his disciples, it was very important for him to say the way he said, go out into the world and preach the gospel and to all nations. Why him say all nations? The Israelite that is in, say, Europe, he'll behave like the Europeans don't. The Israelite that is in India, he have the Elamite custom. The one that is in China, he has the Chinese custom. So you're going into these nations to find pure people. Because he was the one who scattered you in all the nations to preach the gospel. To serve these people as punishment. So when the time comes for him to forgive you and take you back, since he was the one who put it there, he's coming to get you. Right. Neither, hold on. From one end of the earth even unto the other. Meaning, as far as the east and as far as the west, as far as the north, as far as the south, every single country is scattered out his people into. And there thou shalt serve other gods. Meaning that you fall into, wherever you are, you fall into their religion. Because what was supposed to be your religion, we didn't have religion. What was supposed to be your custom and way of life? The law, statutes, and commandments. But since they're not keeping it and it scatter you, when you go to China, who you serve? Buddha. You will find a way in India, what will you serve? You don't even know, because India have so many gods. You drink coke. I'm drinking coffee.
Holy water.
And when you find yourself among the Amites, they push your boat in and they buy and they come and that you know what they do. Yeah. So that is what it means. You find yourself in the West, you become what? Christian. If you are among the Ishmaelites, you are what? Arab. And the gods that they serve is made either from wood or from stone. Yeah. Christian give you Caesar Borgia on a cross, on a wooden cross. Muslim give you the Kaaba stone, and then journey to Mecca and then go around the stone and kiss the stone. Is the stone them holding for them holding as holy, you know? This is all foolish religion compared to what we have. But the grass is always green over the fence. We always believe that other nations have better things than us. Go to India, same thing. We worship God with many hands. What do they call that one?
Krishna.
No, man, Krishna. Vishnu. God with many hands. You go to, if you find yourself in Japan or China, you find yourself worshiping one big belly man. What do you call it? Buddha.
You go meditate.
Yeah, meditate on him big belly.
Must.
Right, so but this is what the most I say you will be doing. Put your the sins as it you want other gods go on circle. Just like the child in your house. You don't want to listen to me, all right, come on, go on. Go listen to them people on the road.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live with them, don't live with me. All right, ice cream on the cake now, 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Sold unto who?
Your enemies.
Who were we sold unto during slavery? Okay, continue.
For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
What did it mean by bondmen and bondwomen? Okay. Your bonding meaning that you have to stay and work. Right. And no man shall buy you means what? Redeem. Because in our laws, you can have slaves. But our laws, a slave can be free. See, we call it redeeming. So the family of the slave can buy him back from you. And he's a free man. But in this captivity, a man now come free, you know, brethren. You know, see the shackles gone and what? America still no want free nobody. All right. Okay. And how did he say that we will get into this? All right. Egypt here means what? And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. What does Egypt here mean? Bondage. Exodus, what, 20 and 2? Somewhere there. It's in Exodus. You looking for it? Yeah, in Exodus. Right, 20 and 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt means bondage. So in Deuteronomy 28 and 68, Moses say will be sending us again into Egypt, meaning bondage. But how will we be going this time? With ships. And how did we get to the western world?
In ships.
So what? It's just by chance that the Moses put this in the Bible, and you have this large what do they call it again? The transatlantic slave trade that covered the Western world. It became the center of the economic power. it was so powerful that it shifted the economic might of the world from the east to the west. I remember from creation, the economic might of the world has always been in the east, And the transatlantic slave trade was so powerful that it shifted. It was so earth moving. It shifted the entire economic power and might of the world from the east and put it in the west. And you are telling me that these people are not who the Bible speaks of? It's just by chance that one kiss some part of your own self with that doctrine. You are the people of the Most High. So many evidence in the Bible. And the Bible says in the last day, the Holy Spirit is going to come and teach you. Some other things I'm not here come teach you. Don't call me Duppy. No, I'm not the Holy Spirit, but it works with me. I'm telling you what the Bible says is going to happen in the last days. You have to go out and get your people. That's what we are doing. And with that, we pass the class over to Officer Kaya.
Security announcements. I.S.U.P.K. security announcement.
He needs his eyes.
We are I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA, the one man given the rank and authority to lead Israel in this time. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and verse 21, and Malachi 3, verse 8 to 10. Means tenth in Hebrew and is pronounced Mahaishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation. Feast of Tabernacle. 15th day of the 7th month of the 8th, for 8 days. Begins Saturday, October 12th, and Sunday, October 20, 2019. You can find this in Leviticus 23, verse 34 to 44.
Oh, you can mention that we are in the Feast of what?
We are in the Feast of Tabernacle.
Right.
So the next date is the 20th of October. That is Sunday. And starts before sundown. Reminder, Akiam and Akawatiam. Check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or on YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. if a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headscarf, headband, or scarf. With that, we say, Magium needs to stand. We'll have one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Magium Shabbat, Magium Barak, Yabashim Yahashai Barakatham. We'll have one courtesy salute to the teacher, to the female. Men of Israel, Magium Shabbat, Barak, Magium Shabbat, Magium Barak, Yahweh Shamar Il Athan Ba'asham Yahweh. Yadamata, class dismissed.
What we just said is just asking the Most High to bless the brothers and the sisters. You said that in the ancient Hebrew language.